Oh, yeah, we're done. Hello, YouTube. We're back for part 2 of the subscribercraft catch-up. It got interrupted by food, but we're back. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to mark a point where we're going to... Because there's so many this time, and because I want to get on Sel-Mounta, I'm going to mark a point where we'll sort of call it, and then we'll continue afterwards. So, I'm going to mark... And we'll do the rest for next time, kind of thing, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to mark it as here. Where the bookmark is. I use the bookmark to mark where I'm going up to with these, or where I've gotten up to with these. So if we end up with a bit of a backlog, we end up with a bit of a backlog. I can always do a special sometime to cover loads of them. Right, so we are on to Amag. Oh my god, I'm gonna call him Oh my god from now on. His Chirpy.
You may or may not be streaming.
That's true. Yes. Wait a minute. My bad, I'd forgotten about this. You guys see it?
Yes, I do.
So first of all, it's adorable. Second of
I
all...
like how it does that little wiggle.
Yeah, wiggle. That's the PID being quite finicky, I think. I'm seeing Toad Decoy and 2 missiles, torpedoes. Could be both.
Is
even.
there a max range of Toad decoys, or at least like a max speed in which they break? Because I can never get them done correctly.
To be honest, I don't know. Oh, they are torpedoes. I can have a quick look and see if they have a cut cable so we can think about it. Winch, nope. Cable drum. Cable length 600 meters. I don't know. I don't think they break, do they? I think they just shut down after a certain amount of time.
Maybe.
Is this got a sensor on it as well? Is this actually an anti-submarine drone? No, it's just a decoy. I thought he might have a I was wondering for a minute if this would have like a sonar on it, and it was like a dedicated. Well, I guess it is a dedicated anti-sub hunter, but like.
I think this is meant to protect like a mothership of some sort, or just like another craft. Because
yeah, it looks like the sort of thing you could stick a few of.
That's a little wiggle.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at it go. It's properly anchored in with that cable, isn't it? Torpedoes. They're torpedoes, they do torpedo things.
Yay.
Put holes in things. Marauder's about to try and take a long shot at it if he's actually able to get an angle on him, but I don't think he is.
Marauder has some decent elevation, it's just
Too much sound, that one. Very cute. Very small. Big wiggle. Heisemaster, we now have your Phantom, which I have to admit I nearly put in Cringe's files because I thought it was one of his for a minute. I had a brain fart.
we both have stuff named Phantom.
So first of all, Necron and Doom Scythe out of 10. At least it gives me some of those vibes anyway.
Good exhaust.
Yeah, I like the blue sort of ion engine style. It has got some iron engines as well. Is this space capable, or is it just in case it goes in the water?
No, it's not space capable. The ion engines are just there for when this craft exits the atmosphere on accident.
Oh, is this a semi-reflective?
So it doesn't go completely out of control once the air gets thinner.
So I did a few things for it to show off.
Do they use thrust vectoring, or is it just...
Yeah, they have thrust vectoring. The main engine does, and 2 other steering engines on the side as well.
That is incredibly smart. I will be stealing that idea.
There is, however, if I may explain a bit,
Sure.
there is a little bit more to this, because this is not even the intentional shape that this craft should have.
Hmm?
I was actually building another aircraft. Just going to put a screenshot in the channel.
In the chat so I can see it.
Craft's missions channel.
I like Doc. Hi, I got back from petting my cat.
Ooh!
Oh, I see. This is just
This
the back
was
end.
Yes, this was the intended shape. So I was testing this aircraft, I called the Poltergeist, and it accidentally rammed an Eerie during one of its attack runs, and the entire front bit, which contained a laser setup, basically fell off.
And you went
right up to the wing root. And it didn't even despawn. It was still fully functional and did still manage to do more attack runs after that. So I just decided to cut off the front nose and convert it into what you're seeing now.
Just
that is a great
coincidence. Created a whole new craft.
Just purely by accident.
Do you still have the poltergeist?
Yes, I have it. It is a fully functional craft as well.
I don't see why you get rid of it, right? But once you saved over it by accident, which to be fair, relatable. Right. Very nice. I think we're on to the last of docks 3 then. It's time for Space Battleship Blow High. I believe that's how what's his name? How the click pronounces it?
Shork.
Shork in mecha armor. It kind of looks like a hat. Turret. Yeah, I don't know what I need to say about this. It's perfect.
Face.
Shot. Yeah. Oh my god, that engine. That is a bit Yamato-esque actually, with the rear end in general. In fact, the whole thing in general looks a little bit like a sort of slightly chubbier Yamato with a shark in it. The bridge is a little smaller perhaps, but the
This is the second flying shark you've had on after reviews.
They were doing well. It's the if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it happened more than once.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz will never age. He's fantastic.
Against crossbones, honestly. Oh, I think he did tell me. I think he did try to remind me that this thing was supposed to. His ships are supposed to spawn about 2k back from the target. So, whoops! I've done it again. We're too close.
Oh no!
Seeing actual cannon fire. That's rare for you, Doc. You're normally energy weapons only.
Well, I think this is not part of the custom faction, so it probably goes by different things. And I think this is made for someone.
2 nickels still won't be enough for American healthcare. Oof. Not wrong, but oof. Yeah,
tell
I think
me
he
about
did
it.
say this was made for someone else, so that checks out, I suppose. Yeah, no, I think it's looking pretty good. It's fast, it's big. It's going to be hard to damage just because of the speed it moves at. Like,
this is some very pretty tracers. They remind me of like a comet.
yeah,
Well,
I
at least
noticed that on the tracers. He's not wrong. They do fire in trans colours. The white doesn't really stand out.
Oh,
quite
yeah,
so
there
well
are
as the others.
pink tracers. Yeah.
Yeah, white, pink, and blue. Lasers are not actually doing
Not
much.
doing.
They might. It almost looks like they're scoring through the internals, burning something inside. But I'm guessing that's just the cannons. But
I think they're what's it called? I guess Alpha is already over.
yeah,
So they're kind of just in a drained mode.
in energy weapons, you have to work quite hard to not be more than AA weapons. Yeah, so energy weapons you have to try in general quite hard to not have them be alpha weapons. Usually find like it's quite difficult to like continuous lasers are probably like what the most energy hungry weapon in the whole game probably. Actually, I don't know. Would it be those or particle cannons?
Lasers are more than AA weapon. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Very nice. Shark out of 10. Gargoyle would probably fly. Right. What's next? It's Kevin. Have I seen these two, or just because his style is quite universal?
That's funny.
Yeah, it always seems to be his one's up next. The Netta. Something going on in chat. I can hear it. Bridget and Lily Bushcow will be proud. I can't say I know those two, but sure.
Me neither. Hey, I think I remember this thing.
Hey, it's a hydrofoil.
It looks kind of weird because my colours are slightly wrong for it. I know it's meant to be a Christian cross, but every time I see that, I think it's got a medical cross on it because of my colour scheme.
Well, you know,
Don't worry about
color
those,
scheme
there's
is
loads of them.
kind of close to it. It's just kind of
yeah,
inverted.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I've got Discord light mode on. He's got Discord dark mode. See missiles. It looks very patrol boat-ish.
93K, chunky for a patrol boat.
93. Oh, 93K. Yeah, it's fast. I'm guessing these almost look like toy missiles. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's it doing?
Is this
The
because
jet just turned on.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard the engine spool up. Is this because it's idling? Is it just moving to some kind of like idle mode? It must be custom jet powered, right? If there's jet noise, because they're. Is that right, or is it thrusters? Because the actual engine power in this thing is not very high now. I look at it. It's only like 3,000. Where is its generator? Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, that's probably for when they were doing hydrofoil things.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, it's just generated. Interesting.
Idling, when it moves, it folds its fins. Ah, gotcha. Let's see it in action. I do like that. Yeah, missiles looking nice. I think Kevin also had a range problem in the previous one. Yeah, not too much need to say in that. Oh my god. No, I do have something to say. Man, it's fast.
And it's got a very mean trail behind it.
How is it moving that fast? Is it just because almost none of it's in the water, or is there something going on here, do we think? Jets. Yeah, I guess. It's not running much power, though. For the mass it's presumably got, it's still very agile.
Very aerodynamic.
Fine-tuning, yeah. I suppose almost none of it's in the water. But even still, like, from the depths of the atmosphere, that's still impressive. Oh, it missed because it went through a hole that it already made. Nice. Yeah, fast out of 10 for that one. Extremely fast. On to his second one, the Mackie V2. Don't think we haven't seen a Mark 1. Actually, no, we have seen a Mark 1 because he's shown this up before. It's the sort of, yeah, I remember this, the rotor wing thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking rotor wing. I have a feeling it folds. Which we'll get to see in action. Hang on. Planes. Have some dusters.
I still need to get good at making VTOLs and stuff like that do tilt wing, because they're so cool.
They are very cool, but I think they're hard work. Ooh, he's actually struggling a little bit. He's not missing all of the shots, but there we go. Yeah, got it eventually. Except surprisingly inaccurate. But then again, I suppose aircraft gunfights are not that easy in this game, so the missiles are looking a lot better though. I think that's a flash of EMP there.
It looks like I was going to say it almost looks like they don't have detection, but they apparently do.
I think the missiles on the wings are countermeasure missiles. That's some interesting manoeuvring. That was very non-standard. It just sort of suddenly backed off like that.
I think it's using two different... Well, it's like switching between AI protocols
Could be, yeah.
or whatever.
Not something I've ever really tried doing, but probably is quite strong because it probably throws off the AI quite a bit, or the tracking anyway. Yeah, it's got countermeasure missiles that are working very well.
Just to make like damaged ships retreat, but it didn't end up working too well. But
I suppose by the time you get to that point, there's a chance something's been knocked out already. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice little, very maneuverable little aircraft. Some missiles, decent countermeasures. Doesn't look like it's too durable, but I suppose the fact it's so evasive probably means it doesn't have to be. I'm not sure much in the stock game is going to keep up with it very well, apart from lightning hood lasers, of course. Right. Oh, dear. Oh, blimey, sorry. On to Cringe's old stuff.
Yay!
So, USS Vulture. I can find it. What have you... This one just... it is right at the bottom. No prefix on the name, so this is before you start doing that?
Yes, this was before I came up with the KAE stuff.
No angling on the shield either.
Mm-mm.
Did it work like that?
Very old. I think the gun works, unless it's changed.
Well, I meant the shield.
Oh. I think the shield's in the nose.
Got 48 weapons, but I only see one.
Those are prefab missiles.
Notice this.
Yeah, I don't think they work. I don't think they have a AI controller.
Why actually are they?
They're right above it, like that black box, in the nose.
See. They do work, but they're angle limited for whatever reason. Oh god, they'll fire at once.
Yeah, that was prefab. I just stuck there.
I could hear the Terraria like spawning noise that all the flesh makes when it did
And
that.
this is the Harpy's great ancestor.
That's just the ancestor of one of your earliest crafts. I couldn't do aircraft for years and from the depths. I was terrible at them.
This was my very first attempt, and oh yeah, it's about to go to space.
I needed lure AI in the end to actually get my first plane working. I downloaded someone else's, the old like dogfighting and hover AI and everything, whatever it was called.
I also don't think it has good detection either,
Yeah,
so
it's
it might not
missing
be
a
able
lot
to
of-
kill it.
There's in some. Did it have detection? Was it made before or after detection was added? I definitely have
It was
some that
made-
were before that.
It was made 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I believe you can actually see when it was made if you press V on it.
Info. Rotations?
Might have been wrong there.
Maybe not. It might say somewhere, but yeah.
Although, cool thing about it, throughout all the, well, I guess the 2 years that I've been working with the Harpy, I've never been able to make it do what it's doing right now, which is hovering above the enemy and shooting directly down.
Oh, is that something you want the Harpy to do and just can't get it to?
Yeah. So I gave up and just made it circle. But that's why it's called the Vulture. Well, it was called the Vulture, and then the Harpy when it got upgraded. Because it would sit above the enemy and shoot down
And
with
that's
the railgun.
That's theoretically quite a good behaviour for it to have, because then it will be attacking the weakest direction for the armour usually.
2 years ago, like 2020? Yes, I believe it was made late 2021, if not early. Well, it was 2021. I don't remember when. I can check later.
We have the stern. Just making
I haven't been playing long.
It's looking quite similar in some ways. I see we've evolved a bit. We've got custom jets. Back's still open. This is new,
I like
especially these.
I like the open back. It's a trademark.
This is was this something else that's been replaced, or is this
So I had a laser there, but for this version I had to get rid of the laser, so I didn't want to ruin that, so now it's just detection.
let's see. We've got 2 huge torpedoes.
I think they're just bombs.
Oh, the bombs. Oh, crikey. Okay.
Mhm.
What's going on?
This was made with me and a friend. We wanted to try to bomb a Yamato or something else, I forgot what, and he needed a fast bomber. So I made a fast
maybe, or
bomber.
something? I guess that'd be the in-game equivalent.
But yeah, in a straight line I believe it goes 160.
Scroll that chat to find the next vehicle. Oh, it's the DAC that's the one where I like go through the progression. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? We'll wait for it to go past, and then we can just do...
I don't think you can refill missiles.
No.
Dang it.
Yeah, you gotta just kill the enemy and spawn in a new one.
Yeah, we're nearly reloaded. It's fine.
They're probably gonna miss though,
Oh, I see what
because
you
it's
mean,
not going in a straight line. Yeah, it has. It doesn't turn well.
That is a potentially fixable problem.
Mhm.
Manual piloting.
Well, it is kind of an abandoned vehicle, so I'm probably not going to do any more work on it. It's very old.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to... Hang on, try everything. Roll it. I want to see it run at least once, but... Let's see if we can get it to work. Stern.
I believe it's also the most expensive Harpy variant.
Thing? Nope, okay. So, we'll assume that one is just straight up not working in this version of the game for now. KC DACA, here we go.
DACA. When all else fails, more DACA.
27,000 blocks. This should load, but yeah, it might be a bit slow. There we go, wasn't even that bad.
Oh yeah, I never finished this. It essentially crashed. Well, almost crashed my game, so I could never finish it.
That sounds about right. So I've seen armor out of 10.
Yeah, cruiser is chonky. Well,
What
not
in
the other
Christ is this? What have you done? Oh, okay, that's going to go
8
up in a
meter
single
autoloader?
hit, but
Yeah, it's meant to be in God mode. It's just a test bed at this point. Wait, was this one 8 meters or was this one?
These are.
I don't remember.
This is all a loader. No, these are 3 meter. These are
okay.
small. Where is
I
the
think
gun
this was a-
mounted? It's at the front. Okay. We ready to split an island in half?
I think this is 500.
Oh, what?
Yeah, 3 meter, 500 millimeters shells had to be quite small. And this was also before I figured out how to optimize shells.
I need to hang on. How fast are we? 2,710 RPM. Jesus.
I think that's actually over the max limit.
Let's go have a look at what they're doing to that island, if anything. I know they're just ahead, but I have to have a look at least. I mean,
You can't see it. It's very bright.
yes, the sun has returned as soon as we go over there. Yeah, I guess all I can say for this one is your ambition was bigger than what your computer could actually handle.
Yep.
It's not a bad place to be in. Also,
Can we
gun.
kill a marauder?
Oh yeah, okay. We'll try and kill a marauder. We'll actually point towards it.
Yes, it fully works. It's just
It's just the weapon.
might want to put on God mode. It will die.
Oh yeah, I suppose if it's hit, it will go up. Yeah.
Please work. Oh yeah, it's supposed to get down like on a near altitude.
It's presumably just laser the hole through it.
I forgot how much I love this thing.
True continuous laser.
I think it's shooting hollow point too, so yeah.
Yeah, so it should be just wears through things. Yep.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can steal it if you want to, Dr. Cruiser, and
So
do
there
whatever
is-
you want.
Your armor against that is hitting it first, basically. If that weapon actually got eyes on, I think anything, it would die in short
You
order.
know, I maybe one day I'll come back to this thing and finish it. It probably holds some use.
We call this catharsis. What's about to happen here?
Oh no.
This is for the flagship. You ain't going anywhere.
No, in theory, I could have. Actually, no, it would have been slightly overpriced. I was going to say I could have submitted this for the boss battle.
Oh yeah, it would actually be. Ironic enough, it would be overpriced.
Wait, did I? For a second, I thought I put a C-Wiz controller on that.
Oh my god. Well, if that doesn't say it all about the flipping Meg, look at that. Its lamb screen was actually holding it back. It isn't anymore, but just the fact it managed it for a short time is incredible. Well, actually, that, I suppose, that maybe should be expected.
Yeah, that's a very intense angle.
So this is the kinetic
it'll just go through. Indeed.
Yes. Yeah, I think that says it all about the Meg. You're firing that at it, and it's still surviving. Sort of.
If I would have probably put a better shell, probably actually would have been dead. If I had like a somehow managed an APHE. Ooh.
Yeah, I suppose it would it cut the fire rate because you've got more components?
I would have to lower the gauge to actually put more components.
Got it. So now, where do they put the stop line? It's there. Okay, so it's off the next slot. Okay, so the last one of this slot is the KF Harpoon. Where is it? There.
Oh yeah, this finger is
Or,
not here today.
oh, what am I looking at? Okay, so we've got
This-
cameras.
Yeah, very jank. So this was my first and only attempt to ever try to replace the Harpy, while also keeping a similar style. And it did not work. It tended to faceplant into the earth.
Oh.
But there's some cool stuff about it that I wouldn't mind going back to.
I'm seeing the normal gun pod. We've got missiles.
And if it'll actually... So I believe this is a strafing run. Yep, there's lasers.
Ah. Oh, those the short lasers? Oh no, they are full laser cannons. It sounded like the simple weapon lasers for a minute there.
Yeah, I think at this time I didn't know how to change the colors.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have known this wasn't a descendant of the Harpy if you hadn't said it. Oh wait,
let's see, what we got.
2 gun pods? What's going on here?
No, that's counterweight, which is just for aesthetics, because the actual Harpy has a counterweight.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Let's see, wait, Cruiser just said something. I'll be having a good use of those kinetic lasers for another flying trans shark. Continuous and pulse mixed into one. Ooh.
Oh boy. That's going to be an interesting one to see. Okay, next up. The last few for this week for the subscriber catch-up is the... These actually kind of look like the ones we saw earlier, but slightly different. Let's have a look. They're from... oh my god. I think that's what I'm just going to try and call them, because I cannot pronounce it. Wait, no, the
MBT Gaming?
The MBT2 in the pack. We did see these earlier, didn't we? Did he submit these twice?
Might have.
I think he submitted these twice, because we've seen these. Okay.
No, that means there's only... Oh, no.
You know what? We'll catch all the way up to the newest then. We'll do the lot. So we have one from Laser. I think I recognise this. The 84th May. This looks like the Raven from Ace Combat. Is it the Raven? Am I looking at the right plane? No, actually, it's not the Raven. It's the Super Sylph. It's got the text on the front. This is the Super Sylph, isn't it? Or something like that.
I think it's from the Yukikaze.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know some of the aircraft. Yeah, I think this is the Yukikaze one. So I know one of them's got the writing on the front like that. This is very cool. It's got the wings in that move when you maybe not the main wings, but
there's thrust factoring. Even when he's not here, Freedy's is here in spirit.
Yeah, very cool. I do like anime aircraft. I wonder if it's got the I think it's got the ramjets things where the nozzles like close up and it goes even faster. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't know how you'd replicate that in game. But yeah, the real, well, I say real, the Yukikaze in show had a ramjet, so it could switch to like a super high speed mode.
That'd be an interesting thing to.
And apparently, when they first came up with it in the manga, God, look at that turn. That's not too far off what it could pull at the anime, actually.
Well, I can kind of see what it's based off of.
They made like the stats for it were like crazy when they first came out with the manga, and I think it's like the 80s. And apparently, by the time like the anime came out, they'd had to beef them up because real fighter planes had exceeded it.
Jeez.
Like I think it was like the thrust on the engine specifically was a main one.
It kind of reminds me of the that Russian prototype. Well, I guess it was at first Soviet, then went to Russia.
Is it the
where it had that
the black one with the forward swept wings, right?
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, but also the nose kind of has that
Is that the one they did as the bad guy aircraft in not Ace Combat, in... oh my god, he just body slammed him. Oh, what's the film called? Top Gun Maverick, or was that something else? That was a Russian. They called it like... They just called it the enemy fighter, but it was a Russian fighter.
The 5th generation fighter.
That's the one, yeah. It's like, okay, this is clearly a Russian fighter. I've seen this aircraft.
I think it was meant to be Chinese.
Oh, maybe. It could have been either, honestly, but...
It was generic red country.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. I like my anime
Yeah, they literally called it the Rogue Country.
It is the enemy of the United States. That's all you need to know.
I don't think I have the Brimstone 2 yet. Okay, we'll put the cut-off mark here because I haven't downloaded the other one, so I'll do another...
Rest in peace, Stinger.
We'll get to the Brimstone in the next one. No, we've still got the Stinger. That's the last one I've actually got downloaded, so... that will be the last one for this part of the stream. I could do a bit of a longer one now because we've eaten quite early, so I can stream for a bit longer today if everyone else is still free.
Yeah, I have literally nothing to do today besides sleep and this, so, you know? It's very good.
Be sure to put it far away from the land. Oh, yeah, good thought. Good thought, Doc. Yeah, we had the other one smashing into the shallows, didn't we? What was it called? The Stinger? Yeah.
AAEC. Yep. With a K.
Was that deliberate, or was that just a happy coincidence?
Happy coincidence.
13 blocks are not connected. Whoops.
I think it's just one of the turrets.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
don't.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, this was also another very newbie ship. Like half the back guns are prefab.
I didn't build anything like this big for ages.
Yeah. Now, its midsection is heavily armored, but there's actually some weak spots on that slope because I forgot to armor it before putting the guns in.
Bits?
No, on the front.
Oh, okay.
And it's meant to look directly at the enemy. So.
Okay. Well, it's cool looking. I like the sort of portcullis you've almost got here.
We might go back to this thing. I don't know.
Is it purple red? Oh. Are these the ones that not...
yeah.
Oh, they changed these, that's why.
Yeah, I stole those off of something, so,
Yeah. And...
that would explain.
Did I fill in that hole? Is that meant to be there, or...?
Yeah, I filled it in. I don't think... that is absolutely not supposed to be there. I think I stole this off of the Dryad from the Steel Striders. Yeah, those are saved as, like, Dryad rudders or something.
Save to reapply, connection rules. Save it.
Yeah, so it has 2 bridges for main guns, which are rapid fire, and a lot of back guns.
One on the back as well?
Can you double this up, make it a big catamaran?
That looks like a...
maybe.
It's a little bit tadpole shaped almost. The sort of rounded front and then the sort of narrow tail.
I can see that. I think this is the first ship I discovered mimics. Well, not mimics, decos, because I noticed the deck was kind of decent.
Uh-oh. Oh, did you not have angle limits set up any chance?
Nope.
I see.
I still don't think I...
A little ram cannon just shot your secondary in the back.
Yeah. That is a flaw I've noticed before.
Him Krail's ideas, clearly.
Oh no.
What could possibly go wrong?
I do like the 2-bridge design. I did that with the prototype FES, which I still need to refine.
And you can walk all the way across as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going crazy. That looked like another Rambot for a second there, right? Maybe I am going crazy. I swear I saw another one like standing here. I'm the haunted ship. Haunted ship.
All the pain this thing's been through, it probably is haunted.
Oh boy. It's the grudge of its designer.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically you. It's your grudge.
Yeah. It was like, why did you bring me into this world?
It's gonna do the it's gonna do what that grudge in Yamato, not Yamato, in One Piece that it did in One Piece, where it like burns through the floor and tries to set the castle on fire. he manifests like a grudge as like a fire ghost, basically.
I was gonna say it could be like I believe it was the USS Missouri, where it got hit by like a Vietnamese artillery. No, it was a Korean artillery shell. Did no damage to the ship, and they just obliterated the position. Every single gun fired on the position.
Oh, it's just like, nope, we're not having that. Go away. Oh dear. Right. Well, I think that's the subscriber craft showcase for now. We'll cover. What's that one that we didn't get a chance to look at this time?
I just made some tweaks to the brimstone. That's what I posted.
Oh, is the brimstone is that the quad hover thing?
Yep.
Cool. You know what? Since that was so cool last time, we will actually, and we're already here, why not? Let's finish up by quickly downloading that one and adding that. The file is there? Yep.
It should, they'll probably ask you to replace it.
No, it's not place it. It's not not sure. Some of these, I'm not sure if it's the same. I've got one that's just called L. I don't even know who that is, but
You had me in as Lunar 111.
yeah, so it isn't. So you weren't that. I don't know who that was then, but that was someone else, right? This one. I think I downloaded it twice. Okay, so this was the one we saw kind of last time doing its thing. Yeah, so those who haven't
It's in
seen
my
it,
proper colors now.
yeah, penguin orange. I do like it though.
Ooh.
I can hear
I
chat
look
going.
away from.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
like-
you can use T, G arrow keys to fly it around now as well.
oh, it's got
It
proper.
looks like a
Just
toy
move.
fit.
Roll your yeah.
I love how this thing flies. It's adorable.
I can see why it actually looks a little bit penguinish because it kind of looks a bit like how they move in the water.
I actually was really inspired by the Half-Life 2 drop ships, like the combine drop ships.
Yes.
Oh.
Because
I
those things fly
see
with
what-
just thrust vectoring.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Actually, I could totally see it now you mentioned that.
You know, without the thrust vectoring on like its little legs and stuff, I could really see it like looking like a Star Wars ship.
Yeah. So the most of the work I did was inside the cockpit.
Okay. So we've got the
Ooh.
we've got an air like a fighter jet style False Horizon or whatever you call it.
Yep.
With proper
Artificial horizon,
Is that
prograde vector.
gun
It'll have
sight
it has a
set, or is that
no.
that
The circle is the prograde vector. It shows you which way you're moving.
oh gotcha. Also, it's like couple spatial games. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, speed on the left, altitude on the right, heading on the top.
How do you do this?
Lua and hologram projectors. So
Oh, so
yeah, if
that's
you
the same
go into
stuff,
build
too.
mode, you'll be able to see all the hologram projectors behind the cockpit. If you hit like Shift P 4 times,
Oh,
you can see like there's
is that how it's done with those
Yeah.
9?
no, there's 10.
Oh, there's 10.
I had to move one of them.
Oh, yeah, underneath. Yeah, I see it. Blue and holograms together as one. Yeah, everything in this one. I see some missiles sneakily hidden away in there. What is it? Shift P.
Yeah, you can't look through the rubber blocks. It's just a AI box, bunch of Lua containers.
Kudos whoever built this. It is Luna. He's the guy in chat.
And it'll float up and down during combat now. That's what I was working on at the start of the stream.
Oh, gonna get to move around a bit. Yeah, were you saying you were trying to get this thing to be like sort of plug and play with other craft?
Yeah, I tried putting a normal AI on it, but I couldn't get it to work how I wanted it to, so I'm gonna have to code it by hand.
It's an utterly unique craft, this one. I don't think there's anything else in front that's like it. It's not that I've seen anyway.
So hop back in the cockpit and like look behind you.
Ooh.
Multi-blob.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. You can adjust the size and position of not decorations, but mimic blocks.
Ah.
So does it just keep adjusting it?
Yeah, so it's basically the same code running on the shields to constantly adjust their color, except it's adjusting
I
its
see.
size.
Yeah, because they are cycling through colours.
Sorry, who's building the Adam and Steve ship? Yeah, you could use this.
I think Dr. Cruiser wants to ask you something.
Presumably you could, how easy would it be to, like, move the 4 points around? Or, I guess, the 6 points of motion? Do these move as well, or are these fixed?
The rear ones, they're simplified, but they'll still move around. You can, like, pitch around and you'll see them move.
Could you modify something based on this just by, like, moving the components, or would you have to, like, relate
It's all plug and play. You can just drop legs in.
Oh, very cool.
It takes a little bit of tweaks to readjust their like center so it'll fly properly, but you can just drop them in and they'll start to animate.
Goddamn. Yeah, this is no less impressive than last time. In fact, considering it's getting even better, it's more so.
Yep. I also added the gun and missile interceptors on the top.
Yeah.
What version is it on?
I have no idea actually. It's probably in like 200 or so now.
So it's in the chat, Krauser, so if you want to steal it, you can. It is still there.
Also, during the stream, I added a decoy arm. It folds out from the bottom, and it has radar decoys and heat decoys that spin around really fast to help evade missiles.
Throw sort of incoming shots off. Nice. There we go. Okay, that is a good spot to wrap up the Subscriber Craft showcase on.
Thanks for including it.
No problem. Yeah, last minute edition because it's like, well, we're nearly at the end of them at this point. Why not? Right. So I'll see you guys on YouTube next time.